money. So I see the parents are happy, but kids, we needed some excitement from you. We're not starting until you make us feel like you're super happy to be here. We have folks that are going to University of Pittsburgh, Wilmington University, Towson, University of Delaware. We need to hear you. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to try one more time because I think the parents in the back want to have a little bit more fun. So, for our recipients that we are so happy to have you here today, we're so proud of the work that you've done over a year. You guys have lived through history and are making history by getting yourselves ready to continue in college or go to college. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. I was hoping that one of you jumped up and surprised me and did something really extra. So, see, it's always the moms, right? Always the moms. So thank you, Mom. We appreciate you for being here. We appreciate you for working with your child to apply for this scholarship. And we are more than proud and happy to have all of you bright young faces here with us today. My name is Jessica Gibson Brokenball. I've spoken with many of you and many of your parents. And I just want to let you know that you made it. Congratulations. You'll hear a lot about the scholarship process today, and I don't want to take that time, but I want to talk to you about how we got here and how this opportunity surfaced. Our boss, Castle County Executive Matt Meyer, who you'll hear from in a little bit, came into our office and said, I want to start a scholarship program. And he was amazingly wonderful and said, craft one that's going to be appropriate to support kids to go to college. Kids that are vulnerable, kids that have challenges, and kids that it's just hard. It's just hard. And we put together a program that's really unique, and many of you have experienced that. There aren't too many scholarship opportunities that I've heard of, that I learned about when I was going to school or when my daughter was going to college, that are specifically focused to kids who are in need. And that need varies. That need varies from home situations to financing or just being in need. And that's exactly what we came up with. We recognize the challenge that underserved populations have when it comes to going to college, and we want to help with that process. We want to be able to give all of you as much money as we possibly can, right, County Executive? But we are here now, and we're here to celebrate all of you. So thank you so much for being diligent and submitting your applications in full. Thank you for being patient through the process. Thank you for participating in your interview on time. This year we had 2 students who were 5 minutes late for their interview, and that was it. You guys were amazing to work with. We usually support about 30 or 35 candidates, and this year we doubled. And we doubled because we recognized the double work you did last year to get to here today. One of the things that many of you knew, I was the face behind the Zoom on the interviews, and I was taking notes throughout that time. And this project is especially important to me, and it's one of them that make me feel really, really, really good, because I was a kid just like you. I was that kid who was in a single parent home, in a community that I didn't want to look at when I came outside, and my mother had no idea what college was or how to get me there. Someone told me about it. I saw a cool TV show that if I say it, I'm going to date myself, and none of you are going to know what it is anyway. And I said, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I had an opportunity to work for the federal government in a passport agency and process passports forever. But there was something cool about going to college and just engaging with different populations, learning new things, and getting out of my space. Because I knew getting out of my space was the way that I was going to not be in this space forever. So that was the underbelly to my proposal to your county executive as to why we need to create a program, a scholarship program that's dedicated to kids who need an opportunity. Those children who are challenged or intimidated by large scholarship processes that sometimes just can't do it for a bunch of different reasons. I was one of those kids. So I know what it feels like to be here, to be recognized, to be included, to be part of. And I just want to tell you that I personally am super proud of your diligence. I know what it was for me during COVID to get through COVID. I can only imagine what it is for you today, so I cannot applaud you anymore. Well, I can sit here for a while and do that, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to get you in and out of here. But I'm just super, super excited to share with you all of your successes, and you'll hear about those today. You'll hear some call to action from some of your peers that I encourage you to embrace. You'll hear from a student of ours who was a recipient in our very first scholarship award ceremony in 2019. You are our third year, so pretty soon we'll have some of you come back when you graduate and share your story with other individuals to motivate them as well. So without further ado, the creator and the master, Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer.
Good evening. Good evening. I thought someone would at least stand up or something. Yeah, nothing. You guys happy? Good evening. You're going to college. Good evening. There you go. It's good to see you. My name is Matt Meyer. I'm your Newcastle County Executive. First thing I want to do is just shout out Jessica Brockenbrough. Will we please give her a round of applause? She is a public employee. She works for me in Newcastle County government. And when I travel around this county and state, I hear things about public employees, people working for government. They're not always positive, but none of those things are true of Jessica. This is someone who works from the earliest hours of the morning, late into the night for you, to make sure that every tax dollar is spent right, and to make sure that everyone in this county has a better chance. So thank you so much, Jessica, for all of your work. I also wanted to thank a few other individuals who gave of their time. When Jessica explained a little bit about starting this scholarship fund a few years ago, and once we decided to allocate the funds, which, as Jessica said, was a lot less funds than we have for you this year, when we decided to allocate the funds, the next hard decision was, how do we decide who makes these important decisions? And what we decided to do is select a few real important community leaders, and we begged of them to donate some of their time to review what now is well over 100 applications, to select the best of the best, the most deserving among us, to get a little bit additional public funding for their educations. And so when I read your name, if you could just stand up. These are all individuals who were involved as part of the scholarship selection committee. Aaron Bass, he's the CEO of Eastside Charter, right behind me. Sarah Olsovsky, I don't know if Sarah is here, the vice president of Del Castle High School. Get up, Aaron, stand up, I said. Thank you. Here, stand over here so people can see you. Don't laugh too hard. Natalie, you're next. Natalie Torres of Christiana Care, the Inclusion and Diversity Manager. For those that don't know, Christiana Care is the largest private employer in our entire state, and she has an incredibly critical role in making sure that workforce is inclusive and diverse. And is Taylor here? Taylor Johnson from Positive Change Academy. Stand up. Give Taylor a round of applause. Thank you. Give these wonderful public servants a big round of applause. Thank you so much for what you've done for all of us. You know, one of my favorite Irish poets, William Butler Yeats, said, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. When we undertook to start this scholarship fund, I wanted it to light fires. Those that know me know that for someone who's elected to office, I'm kind of a radical. I have a lot of radical bones in my body. I expect those working for me and working in county government to constantly be pushing for change, to constantly be pushing for a better community, to constantly find need in our community and see how we can do a little bit more to serve that need, how we can do a little bit more to make a community and a county that's more just. And all that I ask of you is when you take these scholarship checks and when you put them to great use, not just filling your pail, but lighting your fire, you take that fire and you go on and you light somebody else's fire. You light somebody else's fire. Because for all of us here that have had the opportunity to get a college education, we know what a gift it is, what an opportunity it is. And I think you've all seen, just in this past year, how you can use that gift for good, or you can use that gift for things a little bit less than good. So all I ask is that you use this opportunity to light the next fire. As Jessica said, this ceremony is a bit bigger than in past years. Outdoors is funny. It's the first time we've done it outdoors, and you start to think, one of those silver linings of COVID, maybe we should do it every year outdoors, as long as we can schedule the weather like this. We should do it like this every year. And I hope you too recognize that, when I was starting to think about what I'd say, I felt like I should stand up and say, I'm sorry. I feel like I should stand up and say, I'm sorry for the way the adults have let you down, how your leaders have let you down when you look at the education that you've gotten this past year. But I don't really think we need to say I'm sorry, because I think as the months and years pass, as you look back on this year, you'll realize the tremendous lessons that you've learned, unique lessons that you're one day going to be able to tell your children and grandchildren. I was just talking to my mother the other day about how she wishes she had asked her grandmother, who lived through the influenza epidemic of 1918, how she wished she had asked her grandmother what it was like to live during that time. You have this gift of resilience. If somebody comes next month, next year, and says there's a deadly virus coming to our community, I have a feeling you're going to say, we got this. We know what to do. Right? 2 years ago, we didn't know what to do. So thank you so much for your hard work. As Jessica said, you are the select few among us, the best of the best, who we're able to support going forward. And keep in mind that you have a torch now that you can pass along to others. I wanted to also call out a few individuals who are with us today, extraordinary individuals. You're all extraordinary in your own way, but there are several people whose applications just blew me away. Janae Smith Williams. Is Janae here? Would Janae stand up if Janae is here? Janae, some of you know, is 2021 Miss Howard. And when you think of all the limitations and problems of this past year, Janae has gone through school without being able to hear. Janae is deaf, and she's going on to college. Congratulations, Miss Howard, and thank you for being with us today. I don't know if Quentin is here. Quentin Turner is watching with us tonight. He is the oldest of 7 siblings. He's the senior at Mount Pleasant. He started a t-shirt business. And he's involved in Special Olympics, unified flag football. He's the first in his generation to attend college. He's heading off to University of Delaware. So give Quentin a round of applause. Is Shayla Reeves here from Newcastle? Shayla is a student at Del Castle Senior High. I guess she's a senior there. Quentin was the oldest of 7, and Shayla is the youngest of 5, right? She is headed off to University of Maryland Eastern Shore to study hospitality and management. She did a hackathon with JP Morgan. You guys know what a hackathon is? Some of the parents, grandparents may not know. Hackathon is when you get in a room for hours and hours and you program a computer and you try to write a computer program really quick. Also the first in her generation to attend college. Give Shayla a nice round of applause. And finally, I wanted to call out Pragyat Kanal. Is Pragyat here? He's watching online. He's a sophomore at Duke University down in North Carolina. He's studying biomedical engineering. So Pragyat, the main reason I'm calling you out is where the future is in your hands. We're expecting you to develop the new technologies of the future. He's actively involved in something called Duke Dreamcatchers. He's developing models for Duke Hospital that are going to build our healthcare system into the future. Again, the first generation to attend college. So thank you so much. Without further ado, I want to introduce the next speaker, who's not just a speaker, but she is a former recipient. She's a 2019 scholarship recipient. The first year we did this, we didn't have a whole lot of money. We were doing everything we can. And like I said, I believe education and really everything we do is not just about filling a pail, but it's about lighting a fire. And at the ceremony, when we announced several scholarships, the president of Wilmington University announced at the scholarship that she was giving full scholarships to a couple of the best of the best. So today I introduce you to one of those best of the best, a native of Nigeria. She moved to America with her mom and sister to attend high school in Delaware. She's currently at Wilmington University, where she's going to receive a bachelor in liberal studies. Without further ado, Demilade Ogunfadebo.
Thank you. Firstly, I'd like to use this moment to say a big thank you to the Newcastle County Scholarship Committee for giving me such an opportunity like this. Prior to completing my Newcastle County Scholarship application, I was between semesters. I had completed my first semester of junior year at the University of Baltimore. However, I had to take a leave of absence due to financial reasons. When I came across the Newcastle County Scholarship, I was hopeful that it would give me a chance to continue my education, but I doubted my qualifications. At the award ceremony, I was unexpectedly awarded a full tuition scholarship to Wilmington University. However, this meant that I had to transfer from the college I was currently attending in Maryland. I saw the scholarship as an opportunity to return to Delaware, enroll full-time, and complete my degree. All of this sounds like a typical transfer student, but my education journey was not easy at all. Very much like many of you, the challenges we didn't create, disappointments we didn't anticipate, and opportunities we didn't envision occurred. But here's what I learned about life. Success isn't possible without self-discipline and perseverance. Just because fate doesn't deal you with the right card, it doesn't mean you should give up. This simply means that you need to play the cards that you're given to the maximum potential. The obstacles I faced in life were unexpected and felt beyond my capacity to overcome. However, with self-discipline and perseverance, as well as the opportunity rendered to me through the Newcastle County Scholarship, I stand today with a bachelor's degree in liberal studies from Wilmington University. Although my four-year journey through college was nothing as I envisioned, I am grateful for the opportunities I got and where I am today. I find motivation in my accomplishments to continue to chase my dream and give back to my community. Currently, I am working on building my career, as well as planning to bring my dreams to fruition. My sister, who is here with me today, was also a recipient and will be graduating in 2022. She'll be graduating from Wilmington University as well, with a bachelor's degree in health sciences, and she will continue to pursue her dreams to become a medical doctor. My advice to those receiving the scholarship today is to never give up. Embrace the opportunities and know that the limit is how far you set it. I encourage you all to take pride in how far you come and have faith in how far you can go, but never forget to enjoy the journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Demilade. You know, I remember her interview. I remember the day she received her award. I remember the response that her family had in that moment. And I'll say this, educators or county executives or scholarship search committees, sometimes we never see how far the seed planted grows. It is such a joy to see just this seed blooming and growing, and I'm excited for your future. I'm so excited for you and your sister and for all of you out there. So as they said, I'm Natalie. I'm get to co-chair this awesome committee, and I get the privilege of sharing with you the process. But before I do, I see we're repping some of our schools out here, so I gotta shout them out. I see Newman, Cornell, Delaware, University of Delaware. What else? Farley, Dickinson. All right, Farley. I see UConn, Tuskegee, Towson. I'm afraid I'm gonna miss anybody, but shout out to everybody here for repping your school. It's important to do that. All right, so first, we said it earlier, Jessica mentioned it, our county executive mentioned it as well, but I'm gonna say it one more time. We can't do anything without resources. You can have a vision and idea. County executive, we thank you for making this a priority. I've learned a long time ago, if you wanna see where somebody's priorities are, look at their checkbook, and you do it year after year. and you grow it. So thank you. I've seen this scholarship program grow year after year, and that is a testament to the heartbeat of this administration. So thank you. Yes, you can thank them. Okay. Awesome. All right, and of course to Jessica, who is, she is exceptional throughout the process. We want to be transparent about it and share with you what it involves, but Jessica and the team at the county have made this process so much easier. They've streamlined it. Like I said, it has evolved over the years. It is not an easy thing to do for you as well. You know, there's effort required on your part to submit, to take the time to write a meaningful, thoughtful essay and submit all these documents. But to the county, you have been such a tremendous help for streamlining the process and making it more efficient. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you know what? It's just as hard for the selection committee. We love reading your submissions, but we had a good sizable amount of submissions this year. And again, it's not easy to review them because you all have tremendous potential. We believe in your potential. We believe in everyone's potential, but if you made it here today, there was a little something that shined through. So again, to the committee, thank you. I know it was difficult. We spent long hours reviewing and debriefing and discussing to make these decisions. But again, just to do a recap of the process, there's an open call for the scholarship opportunity that is distributed, and anybody is invited to submit. What I love about this opportunity, this is not just for one type of college student, it's for all. So you can be in the class of 2021 this year, you can be a current college student, or you can be an adult learner. Guess what? If you meet the qualifications, you get to apply. So that's sent out. It's an open call for anyone to apply, and then once we close the application date, the county then vets out the application process for two very important things. One, to confirm that the application is completed. This is an important lesson. If it's incompleted, sometimes you can't advance into another round. So it's very important that you do that, and you all did it, which is why you're here. So a completed application as well as a demonstrated need. And after that, then the scholarship committee begins to review the applications. We read your essays. We look at all the documents that were submitted and determine who we'd like to interview, round two. Then we spend hours interviewing 100 and something people, 121 I think it was to be exact, right? Interviewing people to really capture, to put a name, a face, a heartbeat to the application. And so we talk to you, and then the committee comes back together, and we review, and we debrief, and we talk, and we advocate, and it is difficult, but we have to make decisions. And so after that, then we submit our final list to the county, and here you are today. You were invited. So I want to applaud you all for going through that process. Again, it's not easy for anyone, for you or for us, but it is worth it, and we're so excited to see what you will do once you receive your scholarship. So again, congratulations, and continue with your stick-to-itness. All right, so next, well, congratulations. Give yourself an applause. Sure. So at this time, we're going to begin to announce your names and the award, and our county executive is going to greet you at your chair to hand you a certificate and congratulate you on your award. So, Aaron Bass, you're up.
Congratulations again. I'll be calling out the names of the graduating seniors. Siani Allen. Percy Allen III. Briara Barnes. Kelly Berry. Nevaeh Benjamin Nesbitt. Isaiah Bryant. Marco Caba Acevedo. Jacqueline Collins. Tristan Crossland. Kaylin Davis. Crystal Diaz. Alexa Draper. Jaden Dryden. Samantha Dupree. Diana Gansi. Lucia Gotera. Sometimes there's just so much money being thrown around. You gotta pause and just make sure you get the money in the right places. So these are called good problems. And while we're pausing, graduating seniors, you'll notice that after I finish, there will be students who are currently in college. So just a reminder, come back, apply again. There's tons of money in Newcastle County. Haley Gropgut. Lucia Gotera. Soraya Hawkins. Taraya Highland. Shams Ibrahim. Isaiah Jarrett. Special shout out for this next person who is currently at their prom, but grandmom is watching. So accepting virtually on behalf of Caleb Jones, we're gonna applaud Miss Carol Jordan who joined us tonight. Yesenia Lagunas. Kylie Loong. Samaj Lewis. Avid Mendiola Trujillo. Maya Muldrow. Leah Oruko. Raquel Ose Owusu. Adonfo. Lakshmi Ria Pravela. And accepting on behalf of Lakshmi will be the dad, VJ. We're so glad to have you here. Bryce Ralston. Shayla Reeves. Cynthia Redmond. Ansley Robinson. Kristen Russell. Jayla Settles, Candace Smith, Janae Smith Williams, Javon Spencer, Jameer Stanford Hargraves, Mackenzie Stalin, Alexander Sagowski, Quentin Turner, Janiyah Walker, Lyric Watson. It's a good reaction. Mackenzie White, Sada Wing, Montserrat Zarita Rodriguez. Again, congratulations to all the graduating seniors.
Thank you, Mr. Bass. Yes, congratulations. It's so exciting. All right, so now I get to announce the current college students. We have Tiffany and Briz Duran, Alana Amord, Kenneth Briscoe, Zion Buchanan, Anjanae Cannon, Lorraine Christie, Jordan Church, Lawrence Collins, Randy Dominic, Connor Foley, Ariela Garcia, Tanya Gomez Escobar, Priscilla Gorman, Laura Guzman, Svetlana Ivanova, Tamira Jackson, Julian Jackson II, Dylan Jarman, Pragyet Kanal, Faith Lewis, Jacqueline Means, Jair Purifori, Denise Reyes Jaiko, Yazime Rubello, Charnel Taylor, Taslyn Ware, and Jessica Well. Congratulations to our current college students. Excellent. And finally, to our adult learners, we love you dearly. We love you all dearly. So to our adult learners, we are so excited to share. James Bonner, congratulations. Katrina Carrasquillo, Anthony Miller, Listra Sugrim Belvi, Helen Spencer, and Sabina Tronconer. Thank you, congratulations. So if you didn't get a chance to receive your certificate, please be sure to see Jessica or Taylor at the end of the ceremony. They'll be sure to present that to you. So again, congratulations everyone. We're so pleased about you all and your potential, and I've said it before, I'll say it 100 times. This administration, this scholarship committee, we believe in you. We believe in your potential, and this is a seed. We're planting a seed for you to go forth and get that thing watered. Water that thing so we can see the harvest, just like we did today with our speaker. So at this time, I get to introduce a young lady who is also a recipient of this scholarship. And she's gonna share a message with you, a call to action. But before she comes forth, I wanna share with you a quote from Verna Myers. Verna Myers is the Chief Diversity Officer at Netflix. I'm pretty sure we all know about Netflix and chillin', right? She's the CDO, Chief Diversity Officer, and she says this quote, and it's excellent. It says, diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance. So what is being invited to the party? That can be allowed to apply to an awesome organization like Christiana Care, shameless plug, or to apply to the institution that you're attending, right? That's diversity. Anybody can come and do this, or submit an application. But inclusion, the being asked to dance, is inviting you to sit at the table. But sometimes you don't have a seat at the table. Sometimes you have to show up and bring your lawn chair or your folding chair and place down your seat so you can have a voice at the table. That's inclusion. That is my life's work, but that is something I never want you to forget. Diversity is being asked to the dance, which you'll be asked, but you've got to show up and do the work. And inclusion is diversity is being asked to apply and to engage, but inclusion is being asked to dance. So our next speaker, she's going to share with you some awesome things that's already happening. We were so moved by her work already in the legislative arena. She's doing excellent work here in Delaware, and we are standing in position waiting to see what's next for all of you and for her. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Taria Highland. Taria, there she is, and she's repping Howard University, which is where she's attending in the fall. So, Taria, the mic is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I am Taria Highland, a Reisman freshman psychology and political science double major at Howard University. I am also a very proud founder of the Delaware Black Student Coalition. It is such an honor to share space with you all today. You see me standing here boldly with my afro and glowing dark skin, something I would have never had the courage to do years ago, something I never felt comfortable doing as a Black girl navigating white spaces. The same courage it takes for me to stand here unapologetically fuels my passion to advocate for those that don't have the same courage. But don't be fooled. This didn't happen overnight, and it took 3 main things for me to grow into who I am standing in front of you as. 1, I learned to not let fear control me. In elementary school, I was one of few Black girls, and was bullied and ridiculed for it so much that I stopped talking. I let fear control me so much I was afraid to be myself. I hid from who I truly was and forced myself to fit into the box placed in front of me. Quickly, I learned that wouldn't work. I learned that fear is my biggest enemy, that if I didn't fear my dreams, I needed to dream bigger. If someone told me I would be leading a whole movement within my school district or founding a nationally published organization, I would have laughed in their faces. I would have never had the audacity to go for it until I just went for it. I didn't think about it, I just did it. In a lot of my work today, I'm the youngest in the room, with people with a lot of degrees and job titles I can't even describe. Sometimes I feel myself feeling unqualified or as if I didn't belong, but then I remember I'm actually the most qualified in the room. And why? Because I have my valuable experiences to speak to as a Black woman, as a student, and as a leader. And if I don't belong at the table, I wouldn't be at the table. And if I wasn't allowed at the table, best believe I'd create my own. So, 2, I had to change my circle. There is so much power in the people you surround yourself with. You truly become like the company that you keep. Not that anything is wrong with the friends that I once had, but they were no longer serving my growth, and I was starting to become stagnant. They didn't understand my goals or why I had to become on Zoom all day, which was okay, but I quickly understood that if I wanted to elevate and grow as a leader, I had to step back a little and change my circle. As I continued to enter new stages of my life, I had to quickly realize that everyone couldn't come with me. Fun fact, my organization was founded by 7 Black student leaders, including myself. Before we even thought about founding the organization, we were friends first. I only met them last summer, and now we are close as can be. A friend group committed to empowering each other, educating each other, and holding one another accountable, and overall just helping each other grow. 3, I had to be willing to evolve. Starting with taking criticism. There were many times where my advisors and mentors and I didn't agree with one another. I wasn't ready to accept the constructive feedback that they were offering me because I was stuck in the mindset that I knew was the only way. I was stuck in the mindset of being such a radical thinker that I didn't let anyone try to change that. So I had to change my mindset. I had to open my perspective and change the way I viewed various situations. For example, taking criticism. Not only do I have to be willing to change my mindset, but give myself grace for growing. I have to remember that I'm only 18 years old and have so much more growing and learning to do. The person who I was last summer is not who I am today, and the person I am today is not even close to who I will be next year. So give yourself grace. It is okay to make mistakes. This is not easy work and you will mess up, but it's how you recover and grow from it that matters. So that's the 3 main things I follow to allow me to be the best version of myself. That enables me to courageously advocate for not only myself, but for those that don't have the courage to do so. I remember to lead through a community lens, that the work is so much bigger than me. When I am in rooms with legislators pushing for work that will benefit generations of students, I remember where I once was, and how other students shouldn't experience the same things I had to. This is also your reminder that the work is so much bigger than you. That sometimes you may never reap the benefits of your work specifically, but others will. For example, since my freshman year of high school, I advocated for a Black Student Union, and it wasn't until the end of my senior year that we got it. Clearly, I won't be experiencing the Black Student Union, but the beauty of it is, I got the Black Student Union district-wide, and so many students will have the space I didn't have. So, where do we go from here? It starts with you finding what you care about. Identify the issue, educate yourself, apply your experiences, and use your voice. Your voice is your biggest tool for change. You are powerful. Your voice is powerful. And your very unique experiences are powerful. You are the biggest catalyst for change. You are the movement, and you are revolutionary. I am so proud of you, and this is one of the many recognitions to come for you. Celebrating your work. Keep going. I am rooting for you. We are all rooting for you. Now go shake the world. It's already yours. Thank you.
The world is yours, huh? We're excited about your future. We're excited about inviting you back. On your certificate, your award amount is listed. Congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations. I've had 5 parents ask me what happens next and how does the school get the money. Tomorrow, I want to say this again, tomorrow, look out for an email from me. That email will outline the steps that you have to take to coordinate with your school to get them to complete our process so that we can cut you a check and the check will go directly to the school on your behalf. You will have to complete that task by June 15th. Parents, you hear me? So tomorrow, check your junk folders. You will have that email by the end of the day tomorrow, and Saturday morning, you and your parents can begin contacting your school and making the proper contacts so that your school admissions office or the financials office or the bursar's office or the registrar's office, whichever office it is, I would recommend for you to get a contact and work with that individual to ensure that those steps are taken, because they must be taken by the deadline for us to be able to cut you the check by July 15th, okay? I think we've said enough. I think we've celebrated. We've had amazing cookies. I hope you appreciate my favorite cookies. The county executive is dipping on a few, so he's looking to have some. And at this time, we're gonna conclude our program, and thank you immensely, and thank you parents for being here and being present in your students' lives. We know it's not easy, but we appreciate you being here. And for those watching us online, we missed you. You missed our very first outdoor event. To the parents and and to the children who are students who are watching, congratulations. We missed you here today. Your certificates will be mailed to you in the next few weeks, and you too will receive the same email tomorrow afternoon. Thank you very much for being here, and if I can ask all the scholarship winners to take out their cell phones, go to Facebook. If you have it, I know it's old and you don't really do Facebook that much, but if you have Facebook, go to NCCDE, that's the Newcastle County Facebook page. This event is streaming live. I would like you to share it. We want your friends and family to celebrate you just the same way. Thank you so much, and congratulations.